Welcome to this week's episode of Rambler Sports Locker. I'm Amanda Crohan.
And I'm Ricky Simone. The men's soccer team lost 4-0 at Cleveland State on Saturday and 1-0 to Eastern Illinois University on Wednesday. This Saturday is senior day as the Ramblers take on Detroit. The men will honor 8 seniors that will be graduating next spring.
Women's soccer lost to Detroit 1-0 on Sunday. The Ramblers kept the Titans scoreless in the first half, but Detroit's goal in the 69th minute was enough to give Loyola their 8th loss of the season. After a week-long break, Loyola will play Wright State on October 15th.
The Loyola women's volleyball team lost Saturday at Butler 3-1, but came back strong on Sunday, beating Wright State 3-1, giving the Ramblers their first Horizon League win of the season. Freshman Laura Purcell had a match-high 17 kills on Sunday. The Ramblers take on Milwaukee this Friday and Cleveland State next Tuesday. Both games will be played at Hallis Sports Center.
Women's golf won the team title at WIU Autumn Invitational with a 36-hole score of 625. Loyola's Ann Verdoliak set a school record with a 36-hole score of 148. She captured medalist honors for the second time in 4 tournaments this fall. The Ramblers conclude their fall season with the Chi-Town Showdown being held at the end of October.
Men's golf placed 12th at the John Dalio Memorial over the weekend. The Ramblers were led by Eric Hoops, who registered a 54-hole mark 218, including a 4-under 68 in Saturday's second round. Hoops individually tied for 5th place in the tournament. Loyola's men's golf closes out their fall schedule with the Wyndon Memorial Classic on October 16th and 17th.
5 Loyola softball players were named to 2010-2011 National Fast Pitch Coaches Association Scholar Athletes. Brooke Anderson, Lauren Arsenax, Keely Engelkins, Shauna Stilson, and Lauren Zaworski were honored for having a 3.5 or higher grade point average during the 2010-2011 academic year.
There are so many fun things we all can do to be healthier, no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move.
Oh, here we go.
Let's stretch in the grass.
What a play.
Let's play tag.
Wow, unbelievable.
Let's jump up and down.
Oh, what a way to finish it.
And most of all, let's eat better so that we have the energy we need to play an hour a day, every day.
Everyone can play. Just go to letsmove.gov to learn more.
Before most of Chicago is even awake, runners from across the world gather downtown for the Bank of America Chicago Marathon. On the beautiful Sunday morning of October 9th, more than 45,000 people gathered at the starting line for the 26.2-mile race. Some of the runners were Loyola University Chicago students. These select Ramblers stayed in Chicago over their fall break to run and represent LUC in the marathon. Other students, family, and friends lined the course cheering and showing support. Many of the observers had noisemakers or carried signs with encouraging phrases, or for at least a little entertainment. The last 2 miles of the race course were packed with spectators cheering for runners passing by. After the runners crossed the finish line, they were given medals, congratulations, and goodie bags to help them recover.
At the end of the day, one thing is certain. These Chicago Marathon runners should feel very accomplished. This is certainly something to be proud of. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Kelsey Peng.
And Kelsey has joined us back in studio with a special guest from the race.
Kelsey, I heard there was a pregnant woman that ran the marathon?
Oh, yes, and it was an interesting sight, to say the least, to be at the race with that. I read in the Trib the next day that she gave birth like hours after the race actually finished. Crazy story. Even crazier.
I was ahead of her, so I didn't see it.
Our own Pat Luongo, right here in studio, he was running the race. Pat, how often do you run races?
Well, I've been running cross country. I went out for my high school cross country team as a freshman in high school, and I've been running really ever since. It was my first marathon, and I've run like 5Ks, 8Ks, like the biggest race I've run 1 12-mile race, but I think the marathon's like the goal for every runner. You know, that's just something, like the ultimate prize. So.
It's a big accomplishment, so congratulations to
Thank
you
you
for
so
earning
much.
this amazing
Yeah.
medal. That thing looks
I
heavy.
didn't want to wear it. You guys kind of made me, but I'm humble, so.
Be proud, be proud. And while I was at the race, I saw that there were a bunch of people with random signs that said the craziest statements and all these noisemakers.
Oh, yeah.
Did you find anything that was particularly amusing?
Well, the Chicago Marathon, first off, there are like every single like inch of that course is covered with fans, which is tough because when you feel like you want to walk, you have people watching you, so that's awful. But yeah, there were a lot of good signs. There were some signs. I think my most memorable sign was somebody had a Kenny Powers sign. It said, "You're the best at exercising," and that was one of my favorites. But yeah, I think my favorite. That would be my favorite part, and then seeing my dad with like 600 to go as I turn on to Roosevelt, that was pretty cool too. So
that's a great little way to get you a boost through the last
end of it, half mile of the race. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you and to
Thank
the
you
rest.
so much.
And also to the rest of the Loyola Ramblers who represented our school at the race overall fall break. Congratulations to all of you, and back to you guys at the desk.
Some students feel that Loyola's homecoming is incomplete without a football game. Luckily, this year's homecoming festivities will feature a very similar game, rugby. Both the men's and women's teams will gear up for games against UIC. Ryan Cole has more.
It's been 81 years since Loyola has had a homecoming football game, and this year we started a tradition of a different kind, a homecoming game to celebrate the rugby football team.
The alumni president came up to us with an idea of how we can raise a lot of money for the team, and his idea was a homecoming game. And I thought it was great because, I mean, we do work pretty hard during the year and during every week before a game, and we never get enough fans out. So to have an event where we can bring all our family and all our friends out, it's a lot of fun for all of us. It makes the game that much more exciting.
The team used this game to regain their confidence after a disappointing loss to their biggest rival, Northwestern.
We had a couple of injuries last weekend that really hurt us in the second half, and we went up 29-0 against Northwestern, and they were able to work over that and win the last play of the game. We got guys well rested this week, down to Athletico, get stretched out and everything, checked out and cleared to play this week, and we just came back. Didn't really make any changes, but we had a starting lineup that stayed healthy for most of the game, and that was a big help in winning the game.
I think we knew, we've had a rough start this entire season. I know we play a lot better than what our record shows, and so it was a tough loss, but we knew we had to come out strong this game and bring it right to them for the entire 80 minutes, and that's what we did.
Our last game of the regular season next week will be against Northwestern here at Boyne Field. We look to bring back the Northside Cup and get some revenge for last weekend.
The homecoming game was a success with a Loyola win of 43-22. Fans and teammates celebrate this new rugby tradition. From the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Ryan Cole.
Along with the boys, and now we got conference starting to pull.